Hey, what's up, YouTubers? Yeah, it's your girl, Lady Angel, once again, back with another video. So I'm trying to do the best I can to come up with more and more ideas, try to be more active, but I mean, lately that's gotten pretty hard, as you guys can see, so sorry about that. Back in business for a little bit. Um, okay. Okay, now this video is gonna be another quiz that's provided to you guys on my playlist. I forgot the name of it, but it's gonna be on at least two different ones. Okay, so I'm doing this quiz about uh my two best friends, Talicia and Jermani. Uh, they're gonna be like two separate quizzes, but I'm going to do the one about. I'm gonna do the one about my friend Talicia first. It's a quiz called "Are You Really Best Friends?" and this is from Playbuzz.com. So I'm gonna go ahead and clicky here and get this quiz started. And whatever answers I find out, you guys, I'm not going to take offense to it. I'm not going to get mad if it turns out to be answers I don't like and all of that stuff. I'm not going to take it seriously. It's just something for fun to see what I get. Okay. Okay, so what we got here is, are you really best friends? We know you love each other, but are you really soulmates? Share it with your friends and see if they know you too. And again, this quiz is about my friend Talicia. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and click the start button here. Alright. I'm trying to see where it is. Oh, here it is. Okay, first things first. Pick a friendship anthem. And it gives me like several different choices here. Okay, first we have Umbrella by Rihanna. I'll Be There by the Jackson 5. With a Little Help from My Friends, the Beatles. Anytime You Need a Friend, Mariah Carey. You've Got a Friend in Me, Randy Newman. And I'll Be There for You, the Rembrandts. So I'm not even sure if I pronounced that correctly, but I did the best I could. um okay, friendship album. You know what? The closest I probably have to say is probably Anytime You Need a Friend by Mariah Carey. So I'm just gonna go ahead and click that here. And it drives me to the next question. It says, do you and your best friend have conversations that no one around you can follow? I'll have to answer sometimes to this one. It gives me choices of yes, no, and sometimes. I'm going to have to say sometimes to that one. Okay, now the next question is saying, and by the way, this is 14 questions for this quiz. And again, I'm doing it about my friend Alicia. Okay, do you know their go-to comfort foods? Yes, no. And yes, I definitely know what her comfort food is. I mean, it's just, especially since she likes to talk about it over and over on social media. Don't say I cheated. Sure, because I know that even before her social media, so. Okay, now the next question is asking, do people ask you where the other is when you show up somewhere alone? And the answer to that is no, because we barely hang out like that nowadays, but we talk through text messages here and there. Never really FaceTime, never really phone calls, never really social media like that. Uh, Actually, she's been off the map with certain social medias. Don't know why though. Haven't seen her on Instagram and Facebook lately, but she's still on both of them. She's mostly on Twitter, and that's the less active account that I use. Funny thing. Okay. Okay, so the next question we got is, do they run all their new clothes by you after they go shopping? I would have to say, well, the choices it gives me is yes, no, we always shop together. I would have to say no. Most of the time, she usually goes shopping by herself, and I'm okay with that because there were some times where she tried to get together and hang out, like for instance on a Saturday or Friday night. I tell her no because I had to go to work the next morning, and I work 10 hours a day at my current job, so that definitely can't fly unless we do like a Sunday or Monday. That works better for me, but Monday doesn't work for her because she works. Sometimes she does overtime at her job, and it's like, you know what? That's why I stopped making plans because of how our schedules look. Sometimes she does overtime. Sometimes I decide to take a day off, and then she ends up busy with her son or whatever. And it's like, yeah, definitely gonna stop trying to make plans to hang out in person with her. I feel like with my other friend Jermani, it was easier with her. But moving on to the sixth question here. Do you hate all the same people? And it's like, yes, no. For this one, I would have to answer no because sometimes we disagree on certain people we do and don't like. We don't always agree on everything, and that's fine. That's supposed to be what a true friendship is supposed to be about. You're not supposed to agree on everything. Sometimes opposites attract. It doesn't only apply to couples, it applies to friendships as well. Take the lesson from me. Okay. So the next question we got is, do you update each other on all your bodily functions? And I'll have to answer to that sometimes. Because like I said, we don't really talk on the phone. We don't really FaceTime. But we text message each other here and there. Sometimes she tries to make plans with me, and it's like, I don't know if I can right now, but I'll let you know later. And then later on goes on, and it's like I'm gonna have to try to do another time because things comes up. I mean, like for instance, work is the number one thing that comes up. I mean, shoot, there are really times on one of my scheduled work days where I try to take a day off, and it's like I'm gonna just use this time to sit at home and chill, and should just do nothing, just take an extra day for myself. That's normally what I be thinking. I don't be thinking about the whole hanging out kind of thing unless it's like on a Sunday or Monday. Those days I usually don't mind, but Tuesdays I kind of reserve that to just sit and do nothing. I mean, if not that, then I'll probably say hangout days for me is probably Monday or Tuesdays. Monday and Tuesdays, I mean. Sundays I usually use the time to just kick back and relax and do nothing. Okay, so the next question we got here is, are there certain times that only they are allowed to say to you? And for that one, I have to say no, because like I said, I have more than one best friend. Okay, now the next question we got here is, do you have every detail of their romantic history memorized? Okay, the answers it gives me is yes, no, yes, I remember the details better than them. And for that one, I'll have to say yes, because back then she used to tell me everything, every inch of her relationship. I mean, including the one that she just got off from like maybe a year or two ago. Which is too bad because, I mean, if he hadn't done her wrong like that, I would probably see those two having a life together, moving in together, having kids, getting married, all of that stuff. I would have seen a bright future for the two of them. I used to root for them until Talicia told me that she got cheated on, and I was like, that's not very appreciative. And ever since then, he's been trying to make contact with her any way that he knows how through her social media, hoping that she'll answer him back. And it's like in her mind, it's like she wants to stay single and not have to worry about a man right now. I mean, which I kind of understand, because I mean, heartbreak is difficult to come back from right away. You have to give yourself a certain amount of time to just to get yourself back out there, but you don't want to wait too long, because then it's like, why didn't I get out here sooner? Because you feel like you just wasted some years away for nothing. Sometimes you can't be afraid to put yourself out there, no matter what the circumstance might be, because not every man is alike. Take that lesson. Okay, now the next question we have here is, have the two of you sort of started to look alike? And I had to answer no. I'm a light skin, she's a dark skin. I'm skinny, she's growing on some weight, so I have to answer no to that one. Not saying that to make fun, but I mean, that was just something I was just pointing out. So if she ever sees this video, I'm not making fun of you. Okay. Now next question is, I'm trying to get through this as quick as I can because both of my phones are about to die. Sure, I hate when both of my phones try to die at the same exact time. This is an iPhone, but the battery on this bitch is terrible when you're using it for a long period of time. That's what drives me crazy about the iPhones, just the batteries. If it wasn't for the batteries, I say iPhones, thumbs up. So it took me years to get into the iPhones to see how they actually are. And I have to admit, it's pretty good. But what I noticed about the iPhones, I know there's certain ones, when you use them for like a certain amount of time, especially playing like YouTube videos for a long loop of time, so the phone actually does get hot whether it's on or off charge. And that's what kind of shocked me, because people were bragging about the iPhones for years, that they never get hot, they never come across viruses. But that all depends on what websites you guys go on using the iPhones, because at the end of the day, they're not better than Samsung. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm an iPhone user now, but I have to still tell the truth. At the end of the day, it's not better than Samsung. The only thing that might be better than Samsung is how the cameras work and operate on the iPhones. That's the only thing I have to put my theory on. Okay, now the next question is, do you make yourself a little too comfortable in their home? And the answer that it gives me is yes, no, there's no such thing as too comfortable. And so, most recent times I had went to visit her, hang out with her, it was always just to pick her up or stop by and say like a quick hi or something like that. So I had to answer no to that one. Okay, now the next question. Okay, we got 3 more questions for Talicia. Okay, now the next question is saying, are you at your absolute weirdest around them? And it's like, yes, no. Well, that's kind of hard to explain, because like I was saying before in the beginning, we hardly see each other like that. So I have to answer no. I mean, if it was like in a person kind of thing, I know better how to answer that question, but for now I had to go with no. Okay, now the next question is saying, do you get excited to see them even if you've only been apart for an hour? And I had to answer yes to that one. I said, I don't even remember the last time I seen her in person, honestly. I think it's been since July, August, I want to say. Ever since then, I haven't seen her. No, last time I seen her was sometime in August. It definitely wasn't July. Okay. Okay, now the last question is asking me, dear best. Oh, sorry, I'm reading the caption in the picture. Okay, it says finally, which iconic best friends are you totally like? Okay, they written this too white. Sorry, not being racist, but y'all wrote that too white. Sure, because a black person would never read it like that. Okay, now the choices it gives me is like Hannah and Marine. I don't know what this show is from. Don't know what this one is either. It says Romy and Michelle. Maybe you guys can help me out in the comments below, because I don't know half of these. But there's at least 2 that I do know here. Okay, now the next one is saying Meredith and Christina. Next one is Serena and Blair. The next one is Carrie and Samantha. This one, yeah, I know what this one is. It's from Full House. DJ and Kimmy. Next one is saying Rachel and Monica. And the last one is Will and Grace. Isn't Will and Grace a couple? Ew, that's kind of weird. Yeah, I'm gonna go with DJ and Kimmy. That's really the only one I know how that makes sense. Okay, now saying calculating the results. Okay, now what it gives me for Talicia is you and your best friend are meant to be. And I'm kind of shocked about this, because like I said, we hardly been hanging out in person with one another. We hardly even talk to each other. Like, I said, I was honestly surprised about that. Yeah, but just got the result, but I don't know why it just rerouted me from that page I was just on. I was trying to go back, but it's not letting me do it for some reason. It's taking me back to the beginning of the quiz. But you guys get the idea. By what it's telling me, it's saying that me and Talicia are are meant to be best friends. Like I said, kind of shocked about that, but like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna make any offenses about it. I'm not going to overreact if it's something I don't like. And I'm definitely not gonna try to act surprised like how I did just now, because that would be wrong. Okay. Okay, now the next quiz is about my girl Jermani. It's from quizami.com. I think that's what it says. And it says, how close are you to your best friend? Okay, so I'm gonna click here. How close are you to your best friend? Best friends hold each other close while never holding each other back. Find out how close you are with this fun quiz. Okay, then I press the start button here. Okay, it doesn't tell me how many questions this one has. I just have to roll through and see what I get here. And again, this one is about my friend Jermani. Okay, how close are you to your best friend? Oh, here it is. Okay, this one has 15 questions. So we might be rolling through this for at least another 5 minutes. As long as I don't ramble off subject and trying to squeeze things in like how I did with Talicia. More than likely, I probably will do that, not gonna lie to you guys. So, sorry if I do ramble off again. Okay, how often do you talk to your best friend on the phone? Okay, the choices it gives me is we don't need to talk on the phone. We're together all day long, every day. It used to be like that, but it's kind of hard to explain how it is nowadays with the two of us. I can't speak too much on what's been going on with her or where she's been. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay. It says at least once a day, and the last one it gives me is I talk to my best friend every few days. Now, the one that really makes sense to me right now is I talk to my best friend every few days. It used to be once a day, but like I said, kind of hard to explain on that one, you guys, so I'm just going to leave that alone. Okay, next question is, how long have you known your best friend? Okay, it says our mothers are best friends. They never met in person. Since my school years, we never met in school. We met way after high school. Last one says for a few years. A few years is accurate. We've known each other for 3 years. Okay, next one. If you were given $1,000 to spend on your best friend, do you know what you would spend it on? Okay, first one says absolutely right down to the penny. Second one says I have to ask her. The last one says not really. Okay, I have to go with I have to ask her. I have to ask her because, you know, some things she prefers to do on her own instead of always having help from a friend all the time. Even though, like, at the end of the day, you guys know that saying, like, at the end of the day, family doesn't always have your back, but the people who aren't blood, at the end of the day, they always have your back. I mean, which is true and sad nowadays, but what else can we do there? Okay, now, next question is saying, have you ever met up with your friend to discover you were wearing exactly the same outfit? That never happened, but I'm going to see what answers it gives me here. Okay, this happens to us at least once a month. That might have happened once. No, are you kidding? We always check in to find out what the other one is wearing before we go anywhere. And normally, with me and Jermani's friendship, it is like at least like the last answer. I mean, normally I would ask Jermani, like, what she would be wearing. Sometimes it helps me figure out what I want to wear. Because sometimes I might want to coordinate with her or dress in like a certain style or just be different. So I'm just going to have to go with the last one. We usually check in with each other to find out what the other one is wearing. Okay, next one is asking, do you know your friend's type? Okay, first one is saying, yes, it's easier for me to pick out men for her than for myself. Are you kidding me? I had never helped her with that. You have got to be kidding me. Okay. Next one is saying, sort of, although sometimes I'm wrong. And then the last one, it says, not really. Okay, I'm not going to go with the first one for reasons that it suggests that I pick out men for her, and that's never happened before. So I'm going to go with the second one, just to be more truthful. Sort of, although sometimes I'm wrong. Okay, then the next one is asking, can you tell what your friend is thinking just by looking at her? Always, sometimes, and rarely. And for this one, I'm gonna have to say always. Okay, next one is asking me like, have you heard all your best friend's stories? And it gives me the choices of yes, I know them all by heart. I've heard most of them, and I'm not sure. And I had to go with the first one. Yes, I know them all by heart. This girl tells me almost anything that she feels I need to know, or whenever I get too nosy. And there is times that I always do that to this girl. I mean, it'd be too funny, but sure, that's what best friends supposed to do. They're supposed to get all up in your business and be nosy. Okay. Now, next question is asking. Okay, I just made myself laugh off of that. Okay, do you know something about your friend that could get her into a lot of trouble? Okay, choices it gives me is I never tell, maybe, and nope. And I'm a trustworthy person, especially if it's information that's too sensitive that nobody else needs to know about, but only I know about. So I'm gonna say I'll never tell. I mean, unless it's by her permission, that's the only time that I will tell. But if it's anything sensitive that only she feels the need for me to know about only, then I won't tell anybody. That's only when I have her permission, then I'll tell someone. Okay, next one is asking, can you picture your best friend in 50 years? Okay, choices it gives me is I know exactly what she'll look like and what she'll be doing. I can make a good guess, and I can't predict the future like that. Honestly, I'm gonna have to go with I can't predict the future like that. I'm not trying to think too far ahead of what she'll do and what she'll look like. So, cause 50 years, 50 years she'll be 77. I'll be 76. We'll be old as shit, y'all. We probably ain't gonna be doing nothing but retire on our lazy asses, watching Law and Order. I mean, if they even have that in 50 years. Okay, let me stop playing. Let me get to the next question. Okay, do you see your bestie on major holidays? Okay, it gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different answers. I'm going to read them all to you before I pick one. Yes, she comes to my mom's in the morning, and I go to her parents for the big meal. Yes, I usually see her either the night before the holiday or on the evening of the holiday after family obligations. No, but I see her the day before and the day after. I used to, but not much anymore. And the last one, no. That would be weird. Holidays are for families. I text her a happy greeting and then call her a few days later. Now for this one, y'all, I'm going to have to go with the second one. I usually see her either the night before the holiday or on the evening of the holiday after family obligations. That's usually how it was with us for following a year ago. Okay, next question. You see a clown on a bicycle balancing a baby pig on his head singing I'm Too Sexy. What the fuck? You guys think I'm being funny. Okay, look at this. That's honestly what it's asking me. See? You guys think I'm being funny. Okay, you see a clown on a bicycle balancing a baby pig on his head, singing I'm Too Sexy. What do you do? Y'all think I'm playing. Okay. What the fuck kind of question is this? I'm sorry, this one caught me completely off guard, you guys. Okay, okay, the first answer is given me is text my BFF a video immediately and maybe post it to social media later. Post it to social media and tag my BFF to make sure she sees it. Post it to social media, hope my BFF comments. Tell my BFF about it the next time I see her, maybe. Now, normally, if I just want her to see it directly, I would either send her a PM or I would just post it on my page and then tag her on it. But if it's just for the general and I'm thinking like, okay, she's on her social media like almost around the clock every day, hoping that she is one of the first ones to see it, then that's when I don't tag her. So most of the time it does be like that. But if I want to be like too specific, I would tag her. So I'm just going to say post it to social media and hope my BFF comments. Okay, now the next question is asking, like, do you ever split meals with your bestie if you're at a restaurant with big portions? Okay, and it gives me heck. We've been known to split a margarita. Yes, sometimes. It's happened before with maybe dessert or something. No, it might be kind of awkward. And for this one, I had to say, heck, we've been known to split a margarita, and that actually has happened. But it's not a margarita that we had split, you guys. It was more like wine. But I forgot what type that we had because we drank like too many things of wine in the past few years. Okay. Okay, the next question is asking, how comfortable are you going into each other's cabinets or fridge? Okay, and it gives me mi casa as su casa. We do it, but we usually ask first if we're getting something more than water. We don't have a problem asking for a drink or a snack. We both wait until the other one offers a drink or snack. And for this one, I had to go with the third one. We don't have a problem asking for a drink or a snack. Because me, even though she's my best friend and all, I'm not the person that's known to go through people's stuff without permission. I feel like that's still wrong, even though we're just talking about foods. So I'm just gonna say we don't have a problem asking for a drink or a snack. Okay, next question is asking, if one of you borrows something from the other, how long do you have to give it back? And it gives me indefinitely. She still has a sweater she borrowed 4 years ago, but that's okay because I've had her favorite boots all winter. A couple months, I guess. About 2 weeks. We usually return the item in the condition it was borrowed in as soon as we've used it. We don't physically borrow things from each other. Okay, now for this one, us borrowing from each other is kind of hard to explain because sometimes it's like we borrow it to a point where we tell each other you can just keep it, or it'd be like for maybe like a good stretch for a couple months, and then it's like, okay, I want this and this back. So I'm just going to have to go with a couple months. Okay, now this is the last question. Okay, your friend texts you to pick up fast food on your way to her place, but doesn't say what. Do you know what to get? Okay, the answer she gives me is number 1 with cheese, no pickles, supersized fry, and a small Diet Coke. Oh my god, y'all did not just go there. Okay, the next one is saying is, I know she likes cheeseburgers. Well, she likes cheeseburgers, but if anyone has to be the cheeseburger head here, it's me. and she would point that out too in our best friends challenge video that we did on my YouTube page earlier. Oh my god, that was one of the first things that she had pointed out when I had asked her my first 2 questions, I believe. So she knows me like the back of her hand. Okay, now like I was saying I know she likes cheeseburgers, but I'm not sure on whether it's fries or tater tots and whether or not she still likes cherry Coke. Are you serious? Oh my god. Okay. Then it says eek. No, I'll have to wing it. She'll never ask me to do that. Okay. Now this one is kind of hard to answer. But she's not a cheeseburger head, but I'm just gonna have to go with the first one. I know exactly what she likes, but she's not a burger head like me. Okay, and after that it says you and your best friend are companionable. I'm like, cool. So I got basically the same answer with me and Jermani. Okay, it says you may be very different from your best friend, so much that you don't really understand her, and perhaps she doesn't really understand you either. Yet you like to spend time together. Would you move, please? Thank you. Okay, it's fun to exchange your different views on the world. It's always good to get a different perspective, and that's exactly what she's been showing me, you guys, ever since we first met. She's been introducing me to a whole bunch of restaurants I never even heard of, a whole bunch of sites I never even seen before, different cities in the state alone, and I've been here all my life. I'm like, wow, So this girl's only been in Michigan for a good few years, and she knows this place better than me. That's a damn shame. I should be the one introducing her to all this stuff, not her introducing me to all this stuff. That's how you know she's been doing a lot of traveling, you guys, because she's not from the same place I am. She's from California. And why am I getting a phone call? So it's not even all that important. I'm just gonna decline that. So I've been getting random phone calls from these people all day, and I don't understand why. I'm just glad they didn't call while I was in the middle of the quiz. How is it so much a coincidence that they call me right after I get done with the quiz? Isn't that funny? Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, okay, now that that's done. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. I hope you guys had enjoyed the little back and forth that I've been giving to you guys, and the little laughs that I've been sharing with you guys. I honestly did have a lot of fun with this video. I hope you guys did too. Make sure you give me a thumbs up, comment on my other posts, share with your friends, and keep the momentum going. And please give me some subscribers, please. So I've been on hold for like the last couple months, if not to a year. So it's kind of hard to explain where I've been at this momentum point. But, okay. God bless you guys. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I'll make sure to have more more contents up for you guys. Sorry about that. More contents up for you guys. Trying to do more collaborations, more role plays, and all of that stuff. But until then, bye-bye. Oh, and I'm also trying to work on another New Year's project. You guys know how that is. I try to like get together all of the pictures that I post on my Instagram and make it into like a little video for you guys. I'm going to do that again for January 2020. So be expecting that. It might be a little delay on that, depending on where I'm at in January, because things might come up, things might happen. But once I get the full update for you guys, I will let you know. But in the meantime, bye bye, peace out.